declaring a public health emergency of international concern over the global outbreak of novel coronavirus.
Something bigger came up where many humans dying and its affect the economy, society and technologies worldwide, including Malaysia. That is the coronavirus or COVID-19 is an extreme disease that attacks human respiratory system. It was first recognized in December 2019 in Wuhan, China. The chronology of COVID-19 epidemics in Malaysia was found in 23 February 2020 involving some infected foreigners' family from China. This virus starts to contagious and it's getting worse leads to daily cases keep higher the curve. Then Malaysia stuck in COVID-19 pandemic and the government starts to take an action in order to cut off the chain of the virus.
During the COVID-19 pandemic, a lot of things happened in country involving economy, technology, society and politics. Through the economy aspect, we can see that many business companies went down due to unable to pay employees' salaries. Consequently, majority of workers lost their jobs. Next, through society aspect, some people start to arouse negative feedback that led to fake news spreading. Following the cases, people also start to feel afraid, theft problem and panic buying take place on Malaysian stocks. Besides, this pandemic also affect the technologies and the politics. For example, the facilities and the services in hospital are limited because the number of patients are increasing. Apart from that, the cases keep high the curve because of the election. As we can see, the effect from election in Sabah made COVID-19 pandemic back rose the curve from 1 to 4 digit number daily cases. From these issues, we can find a solution using economic policies Vision 2020 in order to fix all the affected aspects for a better country's development.
Vision 2020 or Wawasan 2020 is a Malaysian ideal proposed by Yang Berhormat Tun Dr. Mahathir Mohamad, Malaysia's 4th and 7th Prime Minister, when drawing up Malaysia's 6th plan in 1991, which aimed to achieve a self-sufficient industrial nation by 2020, encompassing all facets of life from economic growth, social well-being, world-class education, political stability, moral, spiritual as well as psychological balance. Vision 2020 implemented 3 policies, includes National Development Policy (NDP) 1991 until 2000, National Vision Policy (MVP) 2001 until 2010, and New Economic Model (NEM) 2011 until 2020.
There are 5 Vision 2020 strategies. First, export-led growth and free market forces. Second, technology-intensive industry. Third, high technology and knowledge-intensive. 4th is internationalization. 5 is accelerated industrialization drive. The Honorable Tun Dr. Mahathir Mohamad outlined 9 strategic challenges that Malaysia must overcome to achieve Vision 2020.
What is that mean by democratic society is when every layer of society is entitled to freedom of human rights, free to speak, move, gather, serve equally and so on. So when pandemic happen, the government can give help and treat every layer of society that affected by pandemic equally, so there will be no riot from these people against the government. The democratic society is also where people have the right to speak and choose who they want to be in the government. So if the government did not do their job properly, people have the right to dispute it. For example, if government did not take a good care about people who are affected, like people who are lost their job or who are infected with virus COVID-19, so the society can against it with riot to gain better treatment.
Mature understanding means society have a mature understanding regarding all things happen surround them and did not act arbitrarily. During pandemic, if society have better and mature understanding about what they should do and did not misbehaving, they can solve this issue without doubt. For example, those society need to have mature understanding about government and when they are required to stay at home or work home because that is the best thing that people can do to prevent get infected by virus.
Other than that, using strategy of Vision 2020, which is create moral and ethical people also can be one solution towards pandemic issues. Okay, for better understanding, ethics is the valuation of more individual values as relatively good or bad, while morality is the more intersubjective valuation of what is good, right, and or fair to all society. So, if people behave morally while facing the pandemic, the issues will not be the big problem and they can overcome it together. For example, if people working out together in following rules that cleared by government, such as practicing social distancing when going out from home, the amount of cases that people get infected by virus can be reduced, and the possibility for them to get infected by it also decrease.
For example, people can apply the value of self-awareness to what happened in the surrounding. For example, if people do not aware of what the changes made by the government from time to time, such as the education of the movement control order and CO that currently apply to all states, people can be fined and obviously they also can be exposed to the virus. That means the problem through issues cannot be resolved.
Systematic plan is a plan that works according to a fixed plan with efficient way. So, if government make a plan that are systematic and consistently fixed with that plan using efficient way that they could do, the pandemic problem can be solved. For example, if government faced with the plan when all tourists went to enter our country and remove them from the country instead, the possibility the virus to spread out in our country will decrease.
And for orderly plan, it means the well-organized, arranged or disposed plan that in some order or pattern. If government create the plan that well orderly to people to follow, it could be solution towards pandemic issue. For example, if government create the well-organized plan such as organize the movement of people who want to across the state, like allow the movement according to the day that planet and so on, the cluster of virus will not increase and the people will not panic with the current situation. There's a lot of solution that can be done by both people and the government, but using Vision 2020, only 3 strategies that we want to discuss in our video. These 3 strategies are which is a create and develop a democratic society and a mature understanding among citizens in Malaysia, create moral and ethical people, and the last one is a create systematic and orderly plan can be the solution towards pandemic issue if both government and people give commitment and working out together while resolving.
It's undeniable that every issue that arises, there will be solution can be done towards it. But sometimes the solution also can be improved for the better result. And here, there are few suggestions towards how the solution that had been mentioned before can be improved. The first suggestion and improvement regarding the movement control orders that implemented by the government should control the movement of people in country strictly from the beginning. They can ban all the movement by people to cross over the states so that the amount that people can get affected with the virus is lower than now. As we can see, countries such as New Zealand, the way they control their movement they become the country that fully free from the virus. In early month when the virus spreading out, they already implemented a lockdown for a whole country that resulting in rapid declining in their cases. So the government should implement a strict movement control orders from the beginning. Fellow Malaysians follow the rules and the daily cases in our country will not reach this amount that currently almost 5,000 cases.
Next, the improvement can be made by cultivate an awareness of the dangers of the virus to self, society and family. The main reason why people cannot aware about how bad and dangerous the virus is because they are lack about awareness and knowledge about it. By technology capabilities that we have currently, government not only can send the advices message through mobile phones, they also can attract the young people interest by create some apps or games that can reveal a lot of information about the virus. By this way, we believe that young people will get exposed more and will follow the rule or standard operating procedure (SOP) created by government. But not only government that should take a part in educating people, our society also need to know how to educate their family members or closest people. They can teach their children about the importance of stay at home and apply disciplinary values so that everyone will follow the instruction and this problem will not be big deal. If we see from various aspects such as technology, facilities and so on, there will be a lot of improvement that we can do in preventing this virus from spreading out in our country, but for improvement in Vision 2020, that is only suggestion that we can think as improvement. As we mentioned before, this solution or suggestion can only be achieved if both people and government do their part and commitment well.